The first rays of morning light draped themselves across the Miller farm like a golden blanket, transforming the familiar landscape into something almost magical. 6 years after his unexpected departure, Jake Miller stood at the same fence where he once dreamed of escape, now seeing his childhood home through entirely different eyes. The wheat fields seemed both smaller and more expansive, a metaphor for his own journey of transformation. Behind him, a sleek black SUV was parked near the farmhouse, its modern design a stark contrast to the traditional rural setting. Camera crews were setting up equipment, their technical precision a world away from the simple rhythms of farm life. Jake's return was more than a personal homecoming. It was a moment of national significance. Just 2 weeks earlier, he had been crowned the world's top professional surfer, his face plastered across international magazines and television screens. But today, he was here for something far more important, reconnecting with the roots he had once been so desperate to leave behind. Thomas Miller watched from the porch, a complex storm of emotions playing across his weathered face. Years of unspoken tension, pride, disappointment, and ultimately understanding had transformed their relationship. The stubborn farmer who once saw only acres of wheat now saw his son as a bridge between two worlds. "You're going to do the interview here?" Thomas asked, his voice a mixture of uncertainty and quiet pride. Jake smiled, the same restless smile that had defined his youth, but now tempered with wisdom and experience. "This is where my story started, Dad. It makes sense to tell it from here." Elizabeth Miller stood beside her husband, tears already gathering in her eyes. She had never stopped believing in her son, even during the years when everyone else thought he had simply disappeared. Sarah Rodriguez, now a renowned international journalist, was orchestrating the interview. Her professional demeanor masked the deep personal connection she had to Jake's story. They had remained close friends throughout his journey, her support never wavering. "Ready?" she asked, adjusting her microphone. The interview would tell a story more complex than simple success. It would reveal the journey of a farm boy who had transformed not just himself, but the way people viewed possibility. As the cameras rolled, Jake began to speak. "Most people see a divide between rural life and chasing dreams," he started, his gaze sweeping across the familiar landscape. "But the truth is, everything I learned on this farm prepared me for riding waves. Patience, resilience, understanding nature's rhythm." The narrative unfolded. His initial escape, the brutal first years of learning to surf, the countless failures before his first significant victory. Each moment was a testament to persistence, to believing in oneself beyond the limitations others might impose. But the most significant part of Jake's story wasn't just his personal achievement. It was the foundation he had established, the Miller Dreams Initiative, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping rural youth pursue opportunities beyond their immediate geographical and economic constraints. "This farm taught me that dreams don't have boundaries," Jake explained. "Whether you're looking at wheat or waves, success is about understanding your environment and believing in your potential." The cameras captured everything. The wheat fields swaying in the background, Thomas and Elizabeth listening intently, Sarah managing the technical aspects of the interview with professional precision. As the morning progressed, the interview became more than a media event. It was a healing process, a public reconciliation between a son who had left and a family who had learned to understand his journey. Jake unveiled the details of the Miller Dreams Initiative, scholarships for rural students, mentorship programs, funding for young people to explore opportunities outside their immediate environment. It was a tangible manifestation of his own journey, a way of ensuring that other young dreamers would have support. When the interview concluded, the family gathered not for the cameras but for themselves. A moment of genuine connection that transcended the spectacle of fame and success. "I'm proud of you," Thomas said simply, his hand on Jake's shoulder, a gesture more powerful than 1,000 words. Elizabeth embraced her son, tears mixing with laughter, years of worry and hope condensed into a single, profound moment. Sarah watched, capturing mental notes for the deeper story she would eventually write. Not just about a surfer, but about the American dream in its most authentic form. As the camera crews packed up and the farm returned to its usual quiet, Jake walked the fields one more time, Each step was a conversation with his past, an acknowledgement of the journey that had brought him here. The wheat moved like an ocean, golden and alive, a reminder that waves come in many forms, and true success is about riding them with courage, authenticity, and respect for where you came from. Jake Miller had found his balance, not just on a surfboard, but in life.